Welcome to Board Game Empire. Today we're going to do a review of Periodic, a Game of the Elements. Now this is a point salad game by Genius Games. They do quite a bit of educational games. Genotype is pretty much our favorite. This one has a point salad. It's a little bit more simplistic. It has elements table or where you go through the elements group throughout the game as you progress. You go throughout the periodic table to obtain goals and to obtain tokens that help you along the way. You have an end of game cards, and then you use energy to pretty much maneuver through the board. So this is a very simplistic game. I would say complexity is probably 2.0 out of 5. So great game. So we're just going to jump right into the review. So for the rules, I'm going to give it 5 out of 5. It's really clear. It has the summary components, game setup, gameplay, research elements, award tiles, agenda cards, go cards, end of the game, final scoring, and then credit. Okay, so 5 out of 5 and the rules. Components, I'm going to give it 5 out of 5. The cards are pretty nice. They don't bend. The pieces are lightweight wooden pieces. You have some cardboard pieces for the energy in the main board. And the font's easy to read, easy to distinguish the bottom information as well. Also like the tokens here, and it's easy to read as well. The energy groups are well done, and you can see the different colors, so you know where you start out and as you progress in the element group. So for components, 5 out of 5. Experience, I'm going to give it 3 out of 5. Great experience. We enjoy point salad games. This one's more of a gateway game. It's a little bit more on the simplistic side. I would say it's probably low to medium and complexity. Once you actually learn how to play, the complexity is pretty low. So what you're doing is, I'll hit it through when we do the mechanics portion, but it has a great progression track, which is the element group as you progress in the game. We had a blast playing this game. It was just a little bit, it didn't have a take that element or a gotcha type of experience that we're accustomed to and we enjoy. It was just pretty much solitaire, where you're playing with your, where you're just playing your own game, and there's not much mitigation or ways to manipulate each other's gameplay or strategize against each other. So that's why the experience I give it 3 out of 5. Mechanics, I would give it 3 out of 5. Same reason. It's just a little simplistic. So the way you play a game is you are able to obtain energy or use cards to pretty much maneuver. Actually, you use energy to. It's been a while since probably like a week, but you obtain energy and then you're able to move throughout the board. What you're trying to do is pretty much obtain either the red, purple, blue, or green. And once you move these are the player pieces. Once you move it to a certain location and you end that whatever player turn on that location, then you're able to pretty much put the piece, like this one's FE for the purple, which is right there. You put it there, shows that you pretty much obtained it. Your opponent's green. If you're playing, there's many different colors, but just say we're blue and they're green. Then they if they land on there, they would be able to put it there. Whoever gets it first pretty much gets the card point, which is 8. But if you have 1 or 2 of these on the card and your opponent gets it, if you have 1, you get 3 points. If you have 2, you get 5 points. So you're not just losing out if you put your token there. So that's a good thing. And then also, if you end, the way you move up in the element group is if you end your turn on, like here, I would have to end in red, so I'll be able to move up in the element group. And when you actually get the card here, the goal, you get a token, and these tokens allow you to move further or get more energy or different things. There's also the academic track, and this is the academic track. So if I moved pretty much from here to here after ending here, I would move up the academic track. And the way the game ends is if someone pretty much finishes at the 23 for 2-player. You have to have 2, but you could go up to 28. And then also, if one of these groups are pretty much our goals is completely, diminished, then the game ends. So there's 2 end game ways to finish the game. It's a pretty simple game. Once you play it, it's like really very simple. So for the mechanics, I give it 3 out of 5. There's just not enough ways to manipulate each other's game plan or strategy. So that's why it pretty much left us, just a 3 out of 5. Replayability, same thing, 3 out of 5. I wish there was more to it, but it's just a very simplistic game. It's a good point-side game. I would say that this is more tailored to kids. I don't think some adults might enjoy this, but adults that like competitive games where you can manipulate each other's movements and strategy, this has very little to none. So that's why I just wish it was a little bit more strategic element to it. So replayability, 3 out of 5. So overall total, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. I'm going to give it like a 2.5 out of 5. It's a good game, but I just think it's more tailored to younger audience or mid-weight game players. It's something that it's good if you're introducing new players to board games or players that are not into like the hardcore Euro games. We're at the point where we enjoy more of a strategic element to it. And like I said, we like take that and we like, player manipulation type games. This kind of left us wanting more, but there wasn't more that we could do to, like I said, maneuver and outmaneuver each other's strategy. So if you like this video, please subscribe. Social media is down below in the description. I'm going to link where to buy the game, and we'll see you in the next video.